The exterior of the 2025 BMW M5, a full walk-around of the new bodywork, aggressive front fascia, wide body profile, low stance, and active aerodynamics, the dawn of a new era in the evolving landscape of performance sedans. Few names carry as much gravitas as the BMW M5. Since its inception in 1984, the M5 has consistently redefined the limits of what a luxury sports sedan can achieve. In 2025, BMW has once again shattered conventions, unveiling a completely redesigned M5 that merges brutal performance with razor-sharp exterior styling. This newest generation of the M5 doesn't merely evolve, it transmutes. The 2025 BMW M5's exterior is not only a visual revelation, it's a hyper-performance symphony crafted in carbon, steel, and aerodynamic obsession. This article explores every sculpted angle, every aggressive curve in each enhanced element with exhaustive detail. Prepare for a complete walk-around of the 2025 M5's outer shell, a masterclass in performance design. First impressions: boldness at a glance. The first time you lay eyes on the 2025 M5, it's a visual thunderclap. It doesn't sneak into your field of vision, it dominates it. Standing still, it exudes tension like a coiled predator on the verge of motion. The bodywork is broader, lower, and far more muscular than its predecessor. The headlights seem to narrow into slits, suggesting aggression and speed. Flared arches hint at something lurking beneath, a powerhouse ready to be unleashed. Each surface is defined with purpose, every angle a deliberate expression of dominance. BMW new design ethos calls this precision brutalism, where functional aero meets architectural sophistication. The 2025 M5 is not about soft lines or delicate curves. It is about sharp, tensioned surfaces and bold geometry that dares the road to push back. The aggressive front fascia, a statement of intent. The front fascia of the 2025 BMW M5 is where the visual drama begins. It's a declaration, not a suggestion. Every element speaks the language of power and precision. A redesigned kidney grille, the twin kidney grille, now larger yet integrated more cleanly than ever before, is encased in a high-gloss shadowline frame. It has grown, not for aesthetic flamboyance, but to accommodate the enormous airflow needs of the new hybrid powertrain lurking behind it. Active grille shutters subtly regulate airflow, optimizing cooling or reducing drag depending on the M5's driving mode. Laser LED matrix headlights flanking the grille are razor-thin laser LED matrix headlights with blacked-out housings. These lights have a sinister, Hulk-like appearance and contain dual daytime running light signatures shaped like inverted Ls. They act as both aesthetic anchors and technological showcases, adapting beam patterns for night drives, corners, and high-speed pursuits. Aerodynamic intakes and carbon fiber splitters. Below the grille sits a carbon fiber reinforced front splitter, aggressively jutting out like a chin ready for battle. Massive air intakes, trimmed in gloss black, flank both sides. Functional ducts channeling air to cool the high-performance brakes and intercoolers. BMW has carved sharp diagonal veins into the intake housings, lending a motorsport edge to the design. Even the bumper corners are shaped to generate downforce. Small winglets integrated into the lower lip subtly manipulate airflow, drawing air across the front tires to reduce turbulence and increase high-speed stability. The hood muscular contours and functional power. The hood of the 2025 M5 is a canvas of raw aggression. Twin power domes rise above the engine bay like muscle sinew under skin, hinting at the M hybrid system underneath. V-shaped creases flow rearward from the grille, channeling visual energy toward the windshield. These sculpted lines aren't decorative. They serve as aerodynamic ribs that help guide airflow over the roofline. Integrated heat extractors, disguised as stylized louvers, allow the engine bay to breathe and release thermal build-up. Constructed from aluminum and composite materials, the hood is both lighter and stronger than before, reflecting BMW M's dedication to power-to-weight optimization. Side profile: a wide, Body manifesto. When viewed from the side, the 2025 M5 reveals its most dramatic transformation. The profile is a celebration of width, proportion, and poised aggression. Extended wheel arches. The wide body architecture is not a gimmick. It serves two purposes, allowing for a broader track and housing the massive 21-inch forged alloy wheels with ultra-low profile tires. Each arch is flared with surgical precision, blending seamlessly into the side panels while suggesting latent ferocity. The arches are sculpted outward with tensioned creases that capture light dramatically, creating the illusion of constant motion, even at a standstill. Lower beltline and sloping greenhouse. BMW designers have lowered the beltline subtly, increasing the visual heft of the lower body. This gives the M5 a more grounded, pouncing stance. The side glass tapers slightly as it moves rearward, giving the greenhouse a coupe-like silhouette without compromising interior space. Black shadowline trim traces the window perimeter, contrasting against bright metallic paints and enhancing the athleticism of the design. Carbon fiber side skirts and aero sculpting. Running along the lower body are carbon fiber side skirts with integrated aerodynamic blades. These elements are sculpted to channel air more cleanly past the sides of the vehicle, reducing lift and stabilizing the body at high speeds. An undercut below the side mirrors further reduces drag and directs air toward the rear brake cooling vents. Even the door handles are flush with the body, eliminating visual noise and improving aerodynamic efficiency. Rear design. The definition of power at the rear. The 2025 M5 commands as much respect as it does from the front. This is not a surface meant for following, it is one meant to be feared. Wide shoulders and tapered waist. From the C-pillar back, the M5 flares dramatically. The wide shoulders extend from the haunches like the back of a heavyweight boxer, immense, muscular, and unrelenting. A subtle ducktail integrated into the trunk lid provides additional downforce, while the gently tapered waist accentuates the width of the stance. OLED taillights. The taillights are slim, sculpted, and composed of OLED segments that animate on startup. Their dynamic lighting patterns are customizable and serve as a visual calling card unique to the M5. Black bezels and smoked lenses contribute to the menacing demeanor. Rear diffuser and quad exhausts. The rear bumper houses a massive carbon fiber diffuser with aerodynamic fins. These sculpted channels manage the turbulent airflow escaping beneath the vehicle. Above them, the signature quad exhaust tips, now finished in black chrome, are symmetrically arranged and wider than ever before. When the M5 growls to life, they deliver a soundscape of thunderous elegance. A rear center vent acts as a pressure release point, reducing rear end lift and improving overall balance. Every inch of the rear serves both form and function, with zero design excess. Active aerodynamics intelligence in motion. The 2025 BMW M5 is the most aerodynamically advanced M5 in history, thanks to its suite of active aero elements. Active grille shutters. The front kidney grills can open or close automatically based on cooling demands. During high-performance driving, they open fully to feed air into the radiators. At cruising speeds, they close to reduce drag and improve efficiency. Active front splitter and underbody flaps. Hidden beneath the front lip is an active front splitter that deploys at high speeds. It extends to create additional downforce on the front axle. Likewise, flaps on the underbody adjust to optimize laminar airflow under the car. Adaptive rear spoiler. The rear deck integrates a retractable spoiler that rises automatically at speeds over 80 mph, increasing rear downforce. It can also be raised manually in track mode, where the M5's full aerodynamic suite is unleashed for maximum stability. Drag-reducing side elements. BMW engineers designed retractable underbody panels that close the undercarriage during highway cruising. These panels reduce drag, increase range, and help the M5 slice through air like a supercar without the visual aggression of fixed aero. Wheel design and stance. The grounded beast forged alloys with purpose. The wheels are a design statement unto themselves. Measuring 21 inches at the rear and 20 inches at the front, the staggered setup enhances grip and stability. M-specific Weiss Poke-forged alloy wheels available in black, silver, or a new brushed bronze finish blend motorsport precision with street sophistication. Each spoke is lightweight and vented to aid in brake cooling. The open structure reveals massive carbon. Ceramic rotors and M-branded calipers painted in your choice of blue, red, or yellow. Tires and track width wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 5's tires. The M5 grips the tarmac with surgical intensity. The widened track width, up to 30 mm wider than the previous model, translates into greater cornering ability and a visually planted demeanor. Lowered ride height with adaptive suspension and electronically controlled dampers. The ride height lowers automatically in aggressive drive modes. Visually, this transforms the M5 into a street, legal track weapon with barely an inch between the tires and fenders. It hugs the earth with both fury and grace. Paint, trim, and personalization, BMW understands that true luxury is in the details. The 2025 M5 offers a paint palette that ranges from stealthy to spectacular. Exclusive colors' new hues include Frozen Marina Bay Blue Metallic, a deep, matte finish that shifts between navy and violet under changing light. Verd Erms Individual, a dark, liquid emerald tone with metallic flake. Frozen Pure Gray Roman 2, a matte, almost concrete, like gray that turns the M5 into a piece of automotive architecture. Fire Orange Roman 2, a nod to historic M performance cars, reimagined in modern metallic flake. Trim packages carbon fiber, Shadowline high gloss, or satin aluminum trims allow owners to tailor the M5's look to their individual taste. Mirror caps, grille surrounds, rear diffusers, and even roof panels are fully customizable with BMW Individual. A visual manifesto of performance, the exterior of the 2025 BMW M5 is more than just sheet metal and spoilers. It's a high-performance exoskeleton forged in wind tunnels, born in design studios, and raised on the Nürburgring. Every surface has been shaped by purpose. Every vent, scoop, and crease has been calibrated not just to look stunning, but to perform at the highest level. This new M5 doesn't merely wear its power, it displays it with unapologetic ferocity. It is the physical manifestation of decades of motorsport heritage, luxury craftsmanship, and aerodynamic mastery. The 2025 M5 isn't just a car, it is presence, it is precision, it is power. Defined in form, the 2025 BMW M5 in cinematic stillness, a storm awakens, the sky hangs low, churning with tempests not yet unleashed. Thunder murmurs on the horizon like an ancient beast stirring in its slumber. And in the center of this brewing storm, motionless yet alive, rests the 2025 BMW M5. Parked under brooding clouds, it waits, not merely as a machine of performance, but as a statement carved from aggression and artistry. It is not just parked, it is poised. The air is dense with atmosphere, thick with the scent of rain and the electricity of anticipation. The wind is silent, the silence deafening. Mist drapes the empty road like a spectral veil. Then suddenly, cutting through the gloom, wind beams of white, LED laser light emerge, slicing into the haze. The M5 doesn't move, but it dominates the space, its presence swallowing the frame like a warship breaching through fog. Sculpted in fury, every angle of the 2025 BMW M5 is hewn from purpose. Its design language speaks in clenched jaws and coiled muscle. The front fascia is a masterpiece of brutal minimalism, a feral snarl forged in steel, carbon fiber, and sheer intent. Flanking the iconic kidney grills are menacing vents, each one as aggressive as it is functional. Air slashes through the carbon, fiber splitter below, a precision weapon of downforce and defiance. Flared wheel arches hug the massive 21-inch M-forged wheels, housing a brake system fit for a supercar. The fenders stretch with calculated aggression, glistening under the soft bombardment of raindrops that now begin to fall, slow and heavy, each one a spotlight against the deep, cut creases of the bodywork. The storm hasn't fully arrived, but the M5 already wears its wrath. Lighting the apocalypse, there's nothing subtle about the illumination the M5 offers. Adaptive icon LED and laser light technology pierce through the storm like searchlights from a machine of judgment. The lights are not just functional, they are narrative. They tell of speed, precision, and authority. Reflections dance in the puddles forming beneath. Mist swirls in slow-motion eddies, caught in the beams and drifting like embers in a fireless inferno. The lighting makes the car look unreal, a hyperrealistic rendering dropped into our dimension by mistake. Cinematic to the last detail. Carbon skin, steel heart, carbon fiber wraps the lower extremities like armor. Front splitter, side skirts, rear diffuser. Each detail is engineered for performance, but sculpted like it belongs in a museum of modern aggression. The material seems to disappear and reappear in the fluctuating light, absorbing the storm's chaos like a void in motion. And yet, the M5 is still. It hasn't moved an inch. It doesn't need to. You can feel the engine's heartbeat through the hood, an M-twin power turbo V8 that promises violence beneath tranquility. It's as if the storm has knelt before something even more powerful. Stormbound majesty wind now roars, lightning veins the sky, rain pelts the body in streaks and flashes. The soundscape becomes a symphony of metallic patter, thunder cracks, and low, electric hums from the idling beast. But the BMW M5 does not yield. It embraces the storm like a monarch commanding the chaos, the wide. Body stance digs into the soaked asphalt. Flared arches shed water like a wild animal shaking off blood. The quad exhausts breathe vapor into the frigid air, smoke signals from the underworld. There is no driver, there is only presence. Reflections of power, the storm finally reaches its crescendo. Thunder rolls like cannon fire. Lightning casts fleeting spotlights upon the sculpted silhouette. Each flicker reveals new dimensions, sharp character lines, air breathers carved like blades, shadow, play dancing across M-specific side mirrors and carbon trim. In the mirrored puddles below, the M5's reflection is distorted, monstrous. And impressionists take on what dominance looks like. But when the lightning stops and darkness returns, the shape remains engraved in your mind. Stillness as violence motionless, the 2025 M5 is more intimidating than most cars are in full flight. Its very design conveys motion. The way the roofline sweeps, the character lines rake, the arches crouch. The silence is tension, not peace. It is the held breath before the sprint, the countdown before ignition. The environment responds. The storm becomes a secondary character. The M5 commands the scene with an otherworldly gravitational pull. You don't look at it, you orbit around it. The cinematic machine, it could be a frame from a Christopher Nolan film. The lighting, the moisture, the matte gloss interplay of wet paint and reflective trim. Every curve is exaggerated in hyperrealistic contrast. No filter required, no effects needed. The color, a deep metallic tanzanite blue Roman too nearly black in shadow, a subtle storm. Surge shimmer in flashes of lightning. Paired with jet black accents, it becomes a myth in steel. Performance encased in myth, though it stands still, you can hear the numbers: 617 horsepower, 553 lb-ft of torque. 0-60 in just over 3 seconds. But none of that matters in this moment. What matters is potential. The storm is nature's test. The M5 is mankind's answer. A mechanical demigod unfazed by wind or water. A creature that could outrun the thunder if it chose to. Command and respect even inanimate, the M5 demands respect. It's not just the aggressive stance or the flared geometry. It's the way it's designed to own a moment. Parked under a stormy sky, it doesn't look abandoned. It looks worshipped, like someone left it there to be revered, and perhaps that's what the M5 truly is in this context. A relic from the future, resting momentarily in our reality before ripping open the tarmac and vanishing into cinematic legend. Epilogue, silence reigns, the rain slows, the storm begins to pass, but the M5 doesn't change. It is eternal in this frame. A monument to the art of aggression, a sculpture of speed and brutality. The headlights finally dim, but their memory lingers like afterburn on the retina. This is no ordinary sports sedan. This is the 2025 BMW M5, parked beneath the storm not to escape it, but to prove it never had anything to fear.